I don't know if you have heard much about my mother. My mother name was Adassa Akel Grant. And I have it that I'm her favorite. Yes, I'm a mama's boy. And she happened to pass away. Almost suddenly, she took sick on a Sunday, and by the Thursday, she was dead. So she's buried right around the corner there. And every Mother's Day, I tend to come and place flowers on her grave. Yeah, very nice woman. In fact, she passes on her skill to many people in this village. There's a type of craft that is practiced in this village, and I tell you, it helped to put food on the table for many a household. And my mother is the person that brought it to this village and teaches many of them to plait that craft, which they would take to sail in Ochirais, Kingston, or wherever.
And what is this here?
This is a basket that my cousin Bar, sitting behind me, is making. The, this is a closed basket, in fact, as he's suggesting. This is the bottom of it. But as I mentioned before, that this is what my mother brought to this village. It's a part of the craft, art and craft, and she caused the village to make a decent living by doing these things. Right. Make clothes baskets, car seats, floor mats, and these things. Many of them for export. We would have gone to Ochirais time and time again to sell our stuff that we have made, and which make us happy and have money in our pockets. Very industrious woman too. So they, between she and my father, they were one of a kind. They were meant to be.
Very creative people.
Right, perfect couple. I'm sorry that she isn't here to enjoy some of the things that we could afford her, like the trips to New York. Although, to be honest with you, my mother traveled to New York for the first time when I was getting married. Yes, I took her. She sit beside me when we went up, and she gave a nice speech at the wedding ceremony. That person were wondering, was my mother a university student? Because she was very eloquent in her speech and she knew the English language to a T.
My mother did a good job of teaching not only her kids, but most of the people from the village. She used to teach at French craft industry, also at Carnal Girls School. She used to teach craft work there as well. And in our community, I think craft work was one of the biggest income for the community, for those who really learn and put effort into it. And as we speak, it is still one of the big income for that community. So that was a blessed move to really develop craft work in that community. We did benefit from it very much.
She was a good mother. Take care of her outside. I never seen her go movie yet one night. She wants to go to church. She go to church on Sunday and come back. Yeah, and she used to teach otherwise do craft work up by the school. By the vocational school up by Carnal. And she teach you a while up there. She can make do craft work, like make some. I don't see anything like I could show you right now. It's mad selling thing and selling tourists.
Using like thatch.
Like they call it screw pen.
Okay.
So we look at all kind of things with it. Mat and basket and anything like that. Tourists used to buy them a lot. And you have a man from, I think a French come from, named Mr. Gertie. He used to have a woodwork shop in, like a factory like in Cromwell. He used to come and make place some hard on mother. Because she alone, she teach her to actually everybody down here to do it.
And tell us where your mom is buried.
Yeah, she rests right here. In it's a part of the yard where we grew up.
My mom was a role model in the community. And, come from a poor community, and, you want to say people, they don't get chance to go to the biggest school. But my mother was one of them who could really read and write. And it plays a big role in my life. Even though I didn't get to go to the high school. And when I came to the United States and start my own business and start to progress, a lot of folks ask where Linford Grant get all his skill from. But today I got a chance to really tell people that it's coming from my father and my mother. I actually grew up consider doing it. I've only heard stories that she was the first person that bring that type of stuff, that type of craft to the community. I'm the fifth boy, as I said earlier on. So we come up and learn the craft, and we take it to Kingston, Uchirias, and sell, come back, bring back money to the community. Because by this now, my mother have like 8 of us, so she kind of slowed down on the work itself. It takes a little time, but based on the fact that you're born from the person who bring this stuff to the community, and it's been made in my yard, so it's like you see it every day. So it wasn't hard for me to catch on to, and the whole community catch on to it. So, and the whole community live off of it. We, as young men, I could buy clothes at an early age. I could go shopping, buy pants and bring it to the tailor. Man, that was just a great feeling as a young man growing up in the community. Just about every house. There's hardly any house that I know in Kilancholly that doesn't do craft work.
They were very loving and caring. My father, growing up, was not in Jamaica. He was in America. So they were the one who take my brother and I in. They were the ones who helped us. My mom didn't have a lot. So my grandparents, especially my grandmother, I remember her giving my mother money for us to go to school and saying, okay, the children have to go to school. They can't stay home for whatever reason it is. So she's always open for us. My grandmother is who I learned to comb hair from, because she always had me cornrow in her hair. So I'll put cornrows in her hair all the time. So she's the one who I do. And it doesn't matter how it looks, she always have me doing it. Oh, I have no memories of her knitting. I think probably when I came about, there was I have memory. She was already done, more like retirement, kind of just living life a little bit, traveling and stuff. She helped out a lot of people in the district. She was always ahead of her time, ahead of her peers, always willing to write for people, help them out in whatever way she could, intellectually, like reading a book, writing letters, whatever it is back then.
I feel like when you're amongst somebody and, their facial expressions and stuff, you could tell she's a person of love.
She bring craft work. She bring craft work in the district. And everybody learn from her to do craft work. She used to make all these mats and baskets, and everybody learned from her to do the craft work, And, she teach every young boy and girl in that district to make $1. And that was very nice. People all around come and, partake and make money. She make young people make money from this thing craft work. So because she was like the head of the craft work, and she was a beautiful lady. She used to teach me in Sunday school, and she used to teach me in infant school too, and she was a bright woman and very intelligent.
Remember the songs used to make you rock away. Those were the days when love used to reign. Hey, we danced all night.